Let's talk about it. AI is here and it's causing massive job loss. Let's get into the clips.
Traditional job people think AI can't replace is like being a plumber. But they're not thinking about it in a way where if you had augmented reality glasses, you'd look at, let's say, a broken sink or whatever the plumbing issue is. It'll determine the problem, and then it'll give you an instructional video on how to solve it that you could just follow, and that'll take a chunk out of the plumbing business. So similarly, who knows what other industries will be hit?
See, now you left me speechless.
On a service that sounds like a good idea, but let's just keep it real. People struggle with the schematics when it comes to putting together IKEA furniture. So you believe that people are going to put on some glasses, it's going to diagnose the problem, and they're going to be able to watch a video and troubleshoot it? I think not. Let me know what you think in the comments below.
You guys, I read a really interesting article in Fortune about Silicon Valley billionaire Vinod Khosla saying that AI is going to handle 80% of the work in 80% of the jobs. Let's get into it. So as an executive recruiter, I've been watching this space really closely, how AI is reshaping industries, but Vinod has some predictions that are super interesting, and he's taking it to a whole new level, and he's predicting that AI is going to take over 80% of the jobs across all sectors. We're talking from healthcare to engineering to sales and agriculture. So first of all, let me back up. Who is Vinod Khosla? He is a Silicon Valley legend and one of the top voices of the future of AI. He co-founded Sun Microsystems and he invested in Amazon, Google, OpenAI. He spent 40 years in disruptive tech. So he's saying that 80% of all jobs are going to be done by AI, and he's advocating for something called Universal Basic Income, or UBI. He's saying that UBI is going to be necessary to prevent unemployment as AI replaces jobs faster, cheaper, and more efficiently than humans. So as he's talked about UBI, it's really kind of thinking about creating an economic dystopia if governments don't regulate the distribution of wealth. This goes into a very political and societal and cultural element, which I
Just want to pause it right there briefly. This is kind of scary when you think about it. I've done numerous videos on uh, government subsidies. You got food stamps, SNAP benefits, Section 8 housing. And the last thing I would want to be solely dependent upon is the government for how I receive my income. It's this universal basic income. I hear this phrase from time to time, and people make it seem like some grand utopia. But to me, it seems very spooky that you're going to be dependent upon the government for essentially your bread and butter. Let me know how you feel in the comments below.
don't have an opinion on just yet. I think it's a bit far-fetched, at least at the moment, of bringing people along for that sort of concept. So I'm not going to dig into that, but I'll dig into the rest of the article that is more relevant in terms of the future of work. So he's saying one of the most optimistic outcomes is that it's a 3-day work week and that AI is going to handle the majority of the tasks humans have, that humans will have more time for hobbies, more time for family and self-development, but it doesn't mean that we're going to find meaning in life without traditional work. He's also saying that within the next 10 years, millions of robots will take over repetitive, labor-intensive jobs, freeing people from physically taxing work. And the first thing to go might be roles like investment banking, where long hours on spreadsheets and repetitive tasks can be done more efficiently by machines. So, what do I think about this as an executive recruiter? I see a shift happening already in sectors like finance and tech, but what concerns me is how we'll define purpose and career satisfaction when the jobs that we've relied upon for decades don't really exist anymore. And is AI going to help us, pursue passions or leave us searching for the meaning of where human labor is sort of devalued? So I think it's a really interesting take. What is your take on this? Are you prepared for a future where work is dramatically reduced? And what would you do in your spare time if AI or a machine is taking over your menial tasks, how would you operate at the top of your license? I'd love to know. This is your elite recruiter doing the research for you, so you don't have to. Like and follow for more of this content, but I'd love to hear your opinions on this particular topic.
I mean, on the surface, again, like I said, it sounds good. 3-day work week. You have more time to explore different passions that you may have. But again, you're going to have millions and millions of people essentially out of work and basically waiting on a check from the government. This just doesn't seem like it's gonna would end well. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know what you think in the comments below.
Here are the college majors whose jobs I think are the most quickly going to be replaced by AI. All right, number one is journalism. I don't know if you've heard already, there's entire AI news networks that can basically do reporting and presenting that information in an almost human way, if not better. Now, obviously, is everything in the media field going to be replaced? The answer is no, but I think AI will make things go so much faster and more efficient that they're just going to slash their workforce soon. Next up, in my opinion, we have data science. I actually work for a company. Its entire job is to replace data scientists with AI. And guess what? It fucking works. It can literally do my college level data science classes within like 30 seconds. So I think it's only a matter of time before higher and higher levels are going to be replaced. Now, last but not least, the English major. A lot of people working English end up working in marketing or copywriting or something along those lines. According to the website willrobotstakemyjob.com, copywriting has a 100% chance of automation. And that probably extends to a lot of other fields that English majors end up at. So good luck.
Again, like I said, the future looks very spooky the way they're shaping this up around this universal basic income.
This dude hard at work at the grocery store. I got a good job. I work hard for my money. When it's quitting time, I hit the door running. Hey guys, Captain Isosceles here. And some days after a real hard day, I reach for a jar of Kretschmer wheat germ. It's got 4 grams of plant protein, and it's a great source of vitamin A and E. Bring on some good old wheat germ. I got a hankering for it. Kretschmer. No other kind of wheat germ will do. He works hard for the money. So hard for the money. He works hard for the money. So you better treat him right. He's working 9 to 5. What a way to make a living.
Seems like in the future, the only jobs that'll be available is repairing and managing AI.
Our job to artificial intelligence? The answer is yes. Latest evidence, UPS, cutting 12,000 of its corporate staff. But where are they investing? Generative AI. The CEO saying it's only the beginning of productivity gains in that area.
I know corporations are loving this. Again, AI, robots, they don't ask for days off. Like I said, no need for PTO, no need for healthcare benefits, no need for sick days. So I'm sure they're rubbing their hands like Birdman.
Regardless of the market conditions around work, regardless of whether you are a software engineer or a mathematician or a scientist or whatever, there is one thing that will remain to be true, probably for the foreseeable future, potentially till the end of time. And that is the single most valuable skill that you can probably hope to have in the job market is strong communication skills. No, we're nowhere near having some kind of AI apocalypse where AI takes all of our jobs. The truth is, yes, that every day, we see copywriters on LinkedIn saying, I've been job searching for 8 months, and today I'm giving up. It's just there's nothing out there for me. That it's a dead field. But the truth is these people built up one very specific technical skill, but the ones that have extremely strong communication skills as well will be just fine pivoting to something else in the future. And the same is going to be true with software. We're going to pivot, we're going to figure it out, The nature of what software is will change over time. Whether it becomes more and more AI assisted, or whether it goes in some completely other direction. At the end of the day, we're going to be solving problems, but the most important part of solving those problems is going to be communicating those problems, whether it be with other humans, or whether it be, the ability to clearly communicate the problem and the steps that you're taking to solve it to a machine. Prompt engineering, right? This is going to be, it's already a huge field, right? It's only going to get bigger. So if you're watching this and you're not sure, like, what is a good use of my off time, right? What should I be studying? Practice your communication skills. Practice your public speaking. Even if it's just a stupid video like this, right? Yap skills. It's important. It's only going to become more important.
I definitely do think he's spot on with him advocating for effective communication skills. Again, that is something that is very important, and a lot of people shy away from, especially, public speaking. That's a big phobia for a lot of people. With this whole AI thing, has got me thinking. I will always see in the media, always see across social media, how people would down talk blue collar workers, tradesmen, men and women who work with their hands. But when it comes to think about it, all these individuals with these, fancy degrees, fancy job titles, now they're really at the mercy of AI. And a lot of times, these people look down upon people who work with their hands. But going into the future, that seems like the only type of occupations that are really going to be AI proof. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know what you think in the comments below about that.
Mass unemployment. This is going to be a massive social challenge. I think ultimately we will have to have some kind of universal basic income. I don't think we're going to have a choice. I think it's going to be necessary.
So it means that unemployed people will be paid across the globe.
Yeah.
Because there is no job, machine robot is taking over.
There will be fewer and fewer jobs that a robot cannot do better. Now, the output of goods and services will be extremely high. So with automation, almost everything will get very cheap. The harder challenge is, how do people then have meaning? Like, a lot of people, they derive their meaning from their employment. If you're not needed, if there's not a need for your labor, what's the meaning? Do you have meaning? Do you feel useless?
I do believe a lot of people will feel useless because they define themselves by their work. Again, like I said, on the surface, universal basic income sounds like something that maybe a lot of people would want to champion, but to me, depending upon the government for a check is never where you want to be.
I just asked ChatGPT, with the advancing AI combined with robotics, what jobs are going to be eliminated first? And this list is crazy. Let me know your thoughts after you hear these. Number 1, manufacturing and assembly line workers. Number 2, data entry clerks. Number 3, customer service representatives. Number 4, retail cashiers. Number 5, delivery and courier services. Anything driving, semi-drivers, package delivery,
Gig apps,
couriers, Uber. Number 6, telemarketers. This one may not bother us too much. Number 7, routine medical diagnostics. Number 8, financial analysts and accountants. Number 9, anything to do with transportation, more specifically the drivers. Number 10, warehouse workers. This is scary. I'm not sure what we're going to do or how we're going to earn a living once the robots are running everything, but let me know your thoughts.
My thoughts are this. Out of all those occupations that he mentioned, not one time did you hear a plumber, not one time did you hear an electrician, not one time did you hear a carpenter. Again, like I said, the trades have been looked down upon for quite some time by some people. But again, it's looking like outside of managing or repairing AI, those jobs are going to be essentially AI proof. But let me know what you think in the comments below about AI and the massive job layoffs. Do you have a plan? How do you plan to proceed with knowing AI could potentially take down your industry? And also, let me know in the comments below, how do you feel about universal basic income? Do you think it's a good thing? Do you think it's a bad thing? Let me know what you think in the comments below. I look forward to hearing from you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.